Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome back to the Kent State University Ice Arena, of course, here in Kent, Ohio. Your Red Raiders are here today taking on the Gilmour Academy Lancers right here to my left. Your Red Raiders getting set up behind your camera. They're in their all-red look, Gilmour in their white and blue. Now entering into today, Shaker is ranked 12th in the OHSAA state rankings. Gilmour moved back to 10. Charles Prep jumped them in those rankings, moving up to 9. And a Kent District seedings, Shaker Heights is number 3, Gilmour Academy is number 2, so it's going to be a different kind of underdog scenario for your Red Raiders as they were taking on Menor last game. We'll get to that in just a moment. Menor seeded number 4. But these two teams have faced off against each other 3 times this season. The first meeting was the very start of the new year. First game of 2024. Your Red Raiders were hosting Gilmour Academy at their own tournament, at their own rink. 3-1 was your final there. Gilmour coming away with the victory, but it was a close game all throughout the night. Once again, that was at home, but on the road, Shaker faced Gilmour once again in Gilmour Academy territory on February 3rd. Shaker was able to come away with the victory there. 2-1 was your final. Ian Hunter getting the first tip-in goal. Brokaw getting a power play goal later. I believe it was the second period where he got that goal. And then less than a week later, these two teams faced off as a part of the Great Lakes Hockey League Cleveland Cup. These two teams are rivals of the GLHL, and they met in the second round of the GLHL Cleveland Cup. Gilmour able to take away the victory there. Moving on to face US, the final of their contest of Shaker and Gilmour was 5-2. Of course, Gilmour coming away with the win. Gilmour then went on to lose against University School in the finals of the Cleveland Cup. 5-0 was their final there. So, Gilmour lost those finals 5-0, but in the GLHL, they've had some very good impact players. The two names to keep in mind that were GLHL second team All-Pros were Colton Fairchild, number 15. He is definitely the name to look out for on the offensive side of things for these Gilmour Academy Lancers. On the defensive side, it's going to be Carson Bowden. He was also second team. Only one player here today was a part of that first team All-GLHL, and that was Will Brokaw of your Red Raiders. The two second-team players for Shaker Heights was Sammy Gerber, the captain forward, and Quentin Garnett, the captain defenseman. Now, Gilmour is coming off of that 7-1 victory against Hudson in the last round. Shaker 4-1 victory against Menor. Of course, that's how they got here today to face off against each other. The winner of this one will take on University School next. US just beating Walsh Jesuit moments ago, 5-0 there. The winner taking on the number 2 team in the state. We'll send you down to ice level with the player introductions. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. I will be here with the call all game long.
This afternoon's District Semifinal matchup between Gilmour Academy and Shaker Heights. Gilmour will serve as the home team for today's contest. Both schools are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by high standards of conduct and competition. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals. While play may be fierce at times, all attendants are reminded that this is a game between youngsters and sporting behavior is always expected. Artificial noisemakers of any kind are prohibited. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the OHSAA. They have been selected based on their experience, expertise, knowledge of the game, and are well qualified to perform their duties. This afternoon's officials are Mr. Ed Bilecki, Mr. Tom Lewandowski, and Mr. Tim Katzenberg. And now for the introductions of the starting lineups for each team. For our visiting team, Shaker Heights. At defense, number 7, Quentin Garrett. At defense, number 21, Jonathan Kalergis. At forward, number 2, Ian Hunter. At forward, number 5, Sam Gerber. At forward, number 13, Will Brokaw. And in goal, number 30, Nico Daenerys. Shaker Heights is coached by Matt Barkley, assisted by Mike Barkley, Carson Strang, and Rashawn Ewing. And now for the home team, Gilmour Academy. At defense number 14, Carson Bowden. At defense number 20, Dominic Molina. At forward, number 2, Mason Heiss. At forward, number 10, George Valenti. At forward, number 15, Colton Fairchild. And in goal, number 1, Colton Person. Gilmour is coached by John Moore. Assisted by Mark Soroka, Lincoln Cornell, and Grant Correa. At this moment, if you are able, we invite everyone to stand as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
And with that anthem of the nation, we are set for the semifinals of the Kent District here in the OHSAA State Tournament. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum here with the game call. Your Red Raiders set up, talking things over before they play against their Great Lakes Hockey League rival in the regular season. They split the series 1-1, but as they played each other in the GLHL semifinals of the Cleveland Cup, Gilmour was able to take the lead in the series. 2-1 is now their advantage in that series. Once again, your Red Raiders in their all-red look. They are the away team because they are the lesser seed as compared to Gilmour. Gilmour, number 2 in the district seeds. Number 1, of course, University School. They have made it all the way to the finals. That is why the winner of this competition will move on to face those Preppers. Each team has struggled with the Preppers. It is likely that US will move on to the Final Four down in Columbus, but whoever wins here has a chance at upsetting them in the finals. We will see who has the opportunity to make it happen a week from yesterday. It'll be this upcoming Friday, your finals. But here we are for the semifinals. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Connor Mayhew taking the opening draw. He will win it back to the defenseman Quentin Garnett, and he will dump it into the zone. Behind the net, Will Brokaw taken down to the ice, looking for a centering feed, but he was already taken down to the ice and down on his knees before he could get anything off his stick. Back up to the point we go. Cole Richard to Quentin Garnett. Garnett was looking cross-ice to Will Brokaw, who had a lane to shoot, but the pass was just out of reach. Couldn't make anything happen with it. 14:35 left to go here in this first period. In the last game against Menor, Shaker was able to score only 22 seconds in. Not any such luck so far here, but now we're up to Sammy Gerber. Here's a good rush. He'll take a shot, and Bryce Kitching, number 31, with the saver. Excuse me. Today it's Colton Piercy, the goaltender for Gilmour. Around the boards we go. It'll find Andy Benincasa, the big defenseman, hooking up with Will Brokaw. That clearing attempt right back into the Red Raiders zone will hit off of Will Brokaw's stick and go right back to Benincasa. Benincasa to Kalergis. Kalergis around the boards. Finds Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan skating it up the ice. Good stick lift that time from Mason Heiss. Now Lenahan and Heiss fall down to the ice together. seemed as though one was holding the other, not exactly sure who. The referee not calling anything on that contact. Into the neutral zone here. It's with number 7, Makito. And he will stick with it at the red line of center ice and move it forward. Now he's going to hop off for a change. Back behind the net of Nico Daenerys, holding on to it is Braden White. White off the boards, finds Joey Moore all the way down the ice. He's up against one defenseman and one defenseman only. Now he's under pressure. He'll stick with it. Find Ryan Lenahan, who is working his way into the slot, but he was bumped by a defenseman, and Gilmour's going to take it the other way. Here it's number 25, Sebastian Fitzgerald, sending it up. Good physical contact that time from Quentin Garnett, getting the puck back in Red Raider possession. There, a cross-ice pass will move behind Joey Moore. He's not able to pick it up. That dump into the O-zone will be blocked by number 20. It is back in Gilmour possession in the neutral zone. They'll dump this one into Shakers territory. Cole Richard, the freshman defenseman, picking it up. He's out with Garnett, making the first line of defense. The forward trio out is Ryan Kiltz at center. Aiden Salmon and Ian Hunter are the two wingers. Here's Ryan Kiltz working it up. Good stick lift that time from Valenti, but eventually Shaker's able to rebound. Here's Aiden Salmon taking up the near side wing. Now he's forced to send it up to Ian Hunter. Ian Hunter once again stick lifted, and it's moved away from him. Kiltz getting it at the opposite wing. Aiden Salmon falls down to the ice in the center of the zone. He's not able to win the race there due to that unfortunate trip in the zone. Here's a good shot for Aiden Salmon, taking the blast, and that ends up wide of the right post. There, good keeping from Cole Richard at first, but now it's going to be Colton Fairchild. This is the name to watch out for. He'll take the shot, and a good stick save from Nico Daenerys. Picking it up behind his net is going to be Will Brokaw, trying to clear it out. Number 14 says no, taking the shot. That time from Carson Bowden, the other second-team All-GLHL player, besides Colton Fairchild. Both number 14 and 15 are the two numbers you're going to have to watch out for. And here's number 15, trying to center it all himself. Now a wraparound chance, but Nico Daenerys gets to his right post first before anything sneaks through. There, a save all the way from one side of the ice from number 1, Colton Piercy. The smaller of the two goaltenders, but here looking to keep this a respectable game in net. Held up behind his net is Will Brokaw. Two Raiders now against one Lancer. There, a good shot, and that almost snuck its way over the right shoulder of Colton Piercy, but just able to elevate that shoulder, making the save, tipping it up over the net was that number 1 Piercy. Here's Brokaw trying to center it himself. Nothing doing. Benincasa gets to the puck first along the blue line. There, a centering feed from the corner. Won't get through. Will go to the opposite boards. Far side. There, a centering feed. It was Brokaw looking for Sammy Gerber. Couldn't connect. 10:45 left to go in the first. A lot of back and forth action here. Brokaw behind the net. Up against number 14, Carson Bowden. Trying to find Connor Mayhew in the slot. Poked away, and now it's a 2-on-2 rush for Gilmour. Sebastian Fitzgerald, the other Lancer, is going to hop off for a change. So he's forced to just take a shot as he's under pressure by two defensemen. He'll take the shot. It's an easy save up into the netting. That puck flies. We will get a face-off in your Red Raider defensive zone. 10:26 left to go here in the first. Your Red Raiders really holding their own to begin this game. They have majority of the momentum. However, it has been a little bit back and forth. The captain, Sebastian Fitzgerald, taking this face-off. This time he'll be up against Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan, the man to win it, over to Braden White. White and Richard, the two defensemen out for the Red Raiders. The forwards are going to be 22, 24, 26. That means the freshman Arth out there with the two juniors, Ryan Lenahan and Joey Moore. Lenahan picks this one up. Trying to deke around one man, nothing doing. Joey Moore holds him up, however. That man, Sebastian Fitzgerald, along the Red Raider bench. Shaker able to get back possession. Here it's Cole Richards skating around one man with efficiency as he exits outside of his blue line. He'll take it all the way across the neutral zone, dropping it back to Ryan Lenahan. He'll take the shot and a good stick save. Into the corner, it's Fitzgerald. He'll go behind the net and end up baking a pass off the boards. That goes nowhere except to the stick of Cole Richard. He'll whiff on the shot. Joey Moore with a second chance. He couldn't find it through the 5-hole. Around the boards and outside of the Gilmour zone. Braden White, the first man to pick it up. It'll find its way to Jonathan Kalergis. Kalergis off the boards. He was looking to Joey Moore. It's right off his stick as well. And so Shaker's just forced to dump this one in. Shaker getting a couple changes as well. They're looking to send that third line of forwards back out. 9-10 left to go here in the first. Around the boards, clearing it once again is Gilmour. Shaker clearly just having more of an offensive setup early in this game. 9 minutes left to go in the first. Taking this outside of the zone here is going to be number 20. Here's a shot off target. It was all the way from outside of the blue line. Not exactly a high percentage chance. 9:48 left to go in the first. Picking this up is going to be Jonathan Kalergis. 0-0 your score so far. No goals early. As mentioned, Shaker able to get a goal 22 seconds in their last game. Just not the same kind of luck against a team like Gilmour Academy. Andy Benincasa picking this up behind the net of Nico Daenerys, sending it to Ian Hunter. Hunter up to Kalergis. Kalergis sends this all the way down the ice. We'll get the hand raise and the whistle and the icing call with 8:19 left to go here in the first. 0-0 is your score here for the district semifinal contest. Connor Mayhew, the sophomore, to take this face-off up against Colton Fairchild. Winning this originally seemed like it was going to be Connor Mayhew. He's tied up off the face-off. Shaker will win it back. However, there a big physical play from Cole Richard. No penalty that time there. A good move from Brokaw. Brokaw to Mayhew. Mayhew goes cross ice to Sammy Gerber. Gerber rips a shot. It's off the glove and in the net. It'll tip off the top of his glove, and Colton Piercy isn't able to make the play on it. Sammy Gerber with the goal. What a fluky little goal, but the Red Raiders are going to take it. 1-0 is now your score with just about 8 minutes to go in the first. First line has done their jobs, but they will stay out there for this face-off in the neutral zone. Big momentum shift there. That is one way to drain momentum from the opposition. A fluky goal like that, just an unlucky bounce, will take away your energy early in a game. Here's Will Brokaw looking cross ice to Ian Hunter. It's out of his reach, but he will win the race there up against number 20 of the men in white and blue. Ian Hunter sticking with it. He's got to wait for the rest of his forwards as they are on the bench getting some changes. Up at the point, Cole Richard keeping it in, wrapping it around the boards. Ian Hunter once again in that corner, not able to pick it up. Can Gilmour clear it? Yes, they can. Cole Richard was hopping off for a change, so Benincasa will be the first man there off the bench. He'll send this one up. That time looking to Aiden Salmon. He cannot find it as it'll go to the defenseman Lippold first. And Gilmour once again dumps it in, but they are really struggling to set up early in this game. They've been able to dump it into the zone, but it's about keeping it in the zone that has really been the big hitter. Here it's number 24, Max Ritt, working around Andy Benincasa. Centers this one over to Makito, doesn't find him. Nico Rios, the man to pick it up at the point, but he'll lose it. It'll clear the zone. Under 7 minutes left to go here in the first period. Shaker up by 1. Andy Benincasa in the corner holds it, wraps it around the boards to Braden White. Braden White will leave it to Aiden Salmon. Salmon goes cross ice. He's looking at Joey Moore. Moore, man to pick it up off the boards. He'll evade a big hit as there was Nico. Says no thank you. Cole leaves this one to Arth. Arth the man to pick it up. That first line of forwards should be back out, and yes, that is the case. Lenahan joining Moore and Arth. Moore along the boards, the near side boards. Look to go cross ice. Makito, however, will be the man to get there first. He'll wrap it back around the boards. Quentin Garnett, the first man to get there. A bit of back and forth along these boards. There, good pickup by the freshman Arth. Arth bumped off the play in the neutral zone. Gilmour takes it. It's Mason Heist dumping this one forward. Once again around the boards. Cole Richard, the first man there. Shaker's the right back out. Just under 6 minutes left to go here in the first. They're going to whistle this one as an icing call. Face-off will be back in the Shaker defensive zone, that Gilmour Academy offensive zone. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum here with the call of the game. Taking the face-off will be Connor Mayhew. He's out there with the two wingers, Sammy Gerber and Will Brokaw. Kalergis will take it off the face-off. Good win that time by Connor Mayhew. Now Shaker just wants to clear it out of their zone, and eventually they'll do just that. Brokaw tried to move around one man, tripped up, no call in the neutral zone. Gilmour tries to take it back, and with that turnover, they will. It's with number 17, LaCroix. LaCroix bumped off the play by Mayhew. Mayhew passes this one up to Brokaw. Does he have a good chance? Yes, he does. He's all alone, taking the shot, and what a save by Colton Piercy. Keeps this a one-goal game. That shot by Benincasa will go wide. Mayhew back with it. At the point, Kalergis tries a shot. It's still loose out in front. And it'll be Will Brokaw to bury it. Off the rebound chance. He'll sneak it in between the goalie and that left post. And Shaker takes the 2-0 lead. Less than 10 minutes in. Woo-wee! What a start for the Red Raiders. It's now just about holding on. This is how they started their game against Menor. In that first period, they were up 2-0. They lost, however, that second period 1-0, as Menor was the only team able to muster up a goal. And so now, it'll be a trio of Joey Moore, Connor Mayhew, and Ryan Lenahan. A bit of a mixture of that first and second forward lines. This is sent all the way down the ice by Gilmour. We're going to get an icing on the men of blue and white. Holy cow. This has quickly gone in favor of Shaker, but once again, they just got to hold on to this moving forward. It is a long game, and they're less than 10 minutes into a 45-minute game. Mayhew can't win this face-off. Number 20 will clear it out. Looking for Quentin Garnett. He's not able to play it. Here's George Valenti working all alone. And he's bumped off the play by Cole Richard. Great defensive stop by the freshman. And now it's up to Ryan Lenahan moving it the other way. He's bumped off the play as well. He was trying to deke around one man. He'll fall down to the ice instead. 4:45 left to go here in the first. On the back check is Joey Moore up against Mason Heiss. Heiss will take the shot up against Quentin Garnett as well. That centering feed goes off the skate of Joey Moore and into the corner. Back to Garnett in the corner. He's looking all the way down the ice to Ryan Lenahan in the neutral zone. Won't find his man. 4.5 left to go here in the first period of play. 2-0 is now your score. The Red Raiders lead it early in this contest. The centering man here is going to be number 8, Nico Rios, taken down in the crease by Joey Moore. Surprisingly, no call. Perhaps some incidental contact. Here's Connor Mayhew falling down to the ice. Lenahan bumped off the play as well as Mayhew passed it over his way. Gilmour back with it. They'll dump it in to the Red Raiders zone, but once again, not able to keep it in that Red Raiders zone. Here, up the far wing, it's Will Brokaw. Evading a hit. Now trying to center it. He's taken down to the ice. No call. And now that centering feed goes nowhere but to Max Ritt. And he'll send it up. Nico Rios. It's off the stick of Ian Hunter all the way back to Benincasa, the defenseman, to his co-defenseman, Jonathan Kalergis. Down the far side wing to Sammy Gerber. It's Sammy Gerber, Will Brokaw, and now Ian Hunter. There's some contact in the neutral zone. The referee staring it dead in the face along that Gilmour bench. And yeah, surprisingly, no call. Sammy Gerber was taking a beating. Down the ice we go. Fitzgerald trying to pick it up is Sebi Juan, the freshman, not able to play the puck, only playing the body. And so another Lancer will swoop in and take the play. Here's Fitzgerald. Centering feed over that time to number 13. He can't make the play. Cross ice feed. We'll go to Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz sticking with it. Now we'll drop it back to the freshman, Sebi Juan, trying to work around the other 19 on the ice. Paul Dean. Paul Dean takes him off the play. Now up to 13 of your Red Raiders. He'll flip this one behind the net of Nico Daenerys. Picking it up first are going to be those Red Raider defensemen. That time it's out of reach of Aiden Salmon. The forward trio, Salmon, Juan, and Kiltz. Cole Richard up to the freshman, Juan. Juan off the boards. It'll find its way behind the net of Colton Piercy, who will win the race there. It's going to be number 9 of Gilmour Academy. Or excuse me, number 19 of Gilmour Academy, Paul Dean. Along the near side boards, now taking it away. It's now a 2-on-1. Mason Heiss working his way in, taking the shot, and a glove save with some attitude. Nico Daenerys with the glove save. He'll keep this one a 2-0 score. 2:14 to go in the first. Taking this face-off for Shaker is going to be Connor Mayhew. He's out there with the first line of forwards once more. That means Will Brokaw, the man that just last buried. Colton Fairchild looking for the tip in front of the crease, not able to find the contact he needed. Colton Fairchild back with it, working his way into the slot. Poked away by Brokaw, but kept in along the blue line by Carson Bowden. Around the boards we go. Quentin Garnett, the first man to pick it up. Gerber all the way down the ice. He was calling for it. He can't pick it up. Back to Gilmour in the neutral zone. It's Valenti skating around in his own zone for a moment here. And now passing it up. Fairchild. Fairchild is that name you got to watch out for. Taking it up the near side wing. He's under pressure by number 6, Connor Mayhew. Playing the man well. A good stick lift will send the puck away from him. Dumping this one down the ice will be Will Brokaw. We will get the icing call with under 100 seconds left to go here in the first period of play. Thank you very much for joining us. It has been a Shaker-dominant period. Hopefully, they can keep this up for the next 2 periods. It's a long game. Ryan Lenahan to take this face-off, this time up against Aiden Makito, number 7. And Makito's going to win this one back to Nico Rios, who wraps it around the boards. Centering feed that time from the corner goes absolutely nowhere. There's Joey Moore in the lane. Cole Richard up against Max Ritt in a physical battle. He'll win it as Ryan Lenahan swoops in to take the puck for himself. Skating in. Can't split the 2 defensemen, and now it'll be back to Gilmour. Ending the rush quickly was Joey Moore on the back check. Good stuff that time. Cole Richard loses the puck along the blue line. Back to Gilmour. Now can he take it in? He cannot. He's sandwiched between 2 players. Joey Moore trying to play a physical game along the boards. There, referee not calling anything originally. Now we'll get the whistle. And now he's going to send both of them, it looks like. Joey Moore getting sent to the box as well as Nico Rios, number 8, surprisingly enough. So we'll stick with 5 ice hockey. But we're not going to be seeing those 2 players for a brief moment of time. Only 45 seconds left to go here in the first period. 2-0 is your score along the boards. It's going to be Mason Heiss up against Connor Mayhew. Mayhew's the man to win it, getting it back to the captain defenseman. The captain defenseman, Garnett, up to the forward. Sammy Gerber, now it's Brokaw. Almost taken down by number 14, now trying to sneak it in the 5-hole. Sammy Gerber behind the net as well, looking for a play. Now centering feed from Will Brokaw. No one able to sneak it in. Great opportunity there for Shaker to maybe increase their lead to 3. However, nothing doing. Into the corner and taken out is Paul Dean. Banks it off the boards. Valenti goes cross ice. He's looking at Mason Heiss. Heiss taking off the puck that time. Will Brokaw, Garnett the man to find it. And all the way down the ice, we will get the icing call with just about 5 seconds left to go in the first. On defense, it's going to be Andy Benincasa and Quentin Garnett. The forwards are going to be Sammy Gerber, Ryan Lenahan, and Connor Mayhew. Lenahan, the man to take the face-off. Can anyone get a quick strike with only 5 seconds in the period? Lenahan will just decide to hold this one along the boards to kill the rest of the period. And so through 15, it has been a very Shaker-dominant game. The question is just, can they hold that lead moving forward? Shaker won the last game, won the first period in the last game, 2-0. The same kind of story here against a much better team in Gilmour Academy. We will see what the Red Raiders can do as they enter into the second frame of 15 minutes. Thank you very much for tuning in. We will be back for the recap of the first period and, of course, the call of the second period. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum with the call. We will be back after this first intermission. hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome into the Kent State University Ice Arena, of course, here on the Kent State University campus. Now, your Red Raiders are off to a hot start. Your Red Raiders did not win faceoffs, but they had more shots on goal. They were tied for shot attempts, so it's really been even in the statistics department. Shaker only lost faceoffs by 1. They only won shots on goal by 1. Gilmour Academy, however, has not put up any points, and that's what really matters. Shaker has gotten 2 goals so far. The second one coming from Will Brokaw. The first one coming from a weird tip off the top of the glove of Colton Piercy, the starter of Gilmour Academy here today. Tipped off his glove over his shoulder and into the crease, slid right in across the line, and that was your first goal. That really took out all the energy of this Gilmour team, but now it's just about whether Shaker can hold on moving forward into the second period. We will see. Their forward line of Connor Mayhew, Sammy Gerber, and Will Brokaw, they have been clicking left and right. Their passes have been on target. Their shots have been good. Connor Mayhew almost with a goal before Sammy Gerber's. So we'll see if those 3 can keep it going. Now the Red Raider defense has also been playing a physical game. Of course, it's been physical on both sides of the ice. Gilmour was trying to intimidate Shaker a little bit more early in the game. Shaker was doing well at either evading hits or hitting them right back. For the moment, we have Nico Rios in the box for 2. We have Joey Moore in the box for 2 as well, as the referee called them both on a play in the corner as they were both just beating each other up a little bit. So we'll get the first line of the Red Raider forwards and the first line of Red Raider defensemen out for the start of this second period. We'll send you down to ice level. I will be here with the call of the second period. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum. In the last game, Shaker tied Gilmour in shot attempts. They just lost shots on goal by 2, so Gilmour just a bit more accurate with their shots today. Not exactly the same narrative. So we are off. Cole Richard Banks is off the boards. He's looking at Brokaw. Brokaw struggling up against Colton Fairchild, but Brokaw's going to drop back in the neutral zone. Send it Gerber's way. Gerber going cross ice to Connor Mayhew. Can Shaker pull off a quick strike? That centering feed intercepted by Colton Fairchild on the back check. And now he's going to move it up the near side wing. Now centering it, taking it down to the ice, and they're going to call a penalty on that. For what they've called and what they haven't called, that's a bit surprising. Haven't called a lot of plays that have gone like that. They've called them incidental contact. Here, a different story. Will Brokaw now in the box for 2. And they'll call him for tripping. So the forwards out now are going to be Connor Mayhew and Sammy Gerber. And on defense, Benincasa and Kalergis. Here's Fairchild sending it up to the blue line. Number 20 taking his shot. It'll go wide of the net. Now back to Fairchild between the corner and the blue line. Now back to 20 at the point. He's looking to center this into the crease. And an original stick save. And Nico Daenerys snags it out of the air in front of him. He'll make the save. And we have a face-off in that Red Raider defensive zone. Thank you very much for tuning in here from Kent State. Your Red Raiders are up by 2. The winner of this one moves on to face the Preppers of University School once again. However, this time it's going to be in neutral territory here in Kent, Ohio. Here's Quentin Garnett, the captain, working around Nico Daenerys' net. He's looking to clear it out. He cannot just yet. Colton Fairchild with the snag of the glove will keep it in. But now Sammy Gerber's got a chance up the near side wing. What can he do? He's up against Fairchild. Bumped off the play. Still under pressure. Now he'll center this one over. No one's home except for the captain, Sebastian Fitzgerald. Now it's a one-on-one. Up against Quentin Garnett. Garnett swoops in, pokes it away. Up along that Red Raider near side corner. This is going to be flipped up and into the benches. We will get a whistle as that one is out of play. A minute 15 left to go of Red Raider penalty kill. Joey Moore is out of the box. Nico Rios is out of the box. But Will Brokaw still in for that designated 2 minutes for the tripping. Taking this face-off will be Ryan Kiltz. He'll win this back to Garnett. Garnett with a hot blast off the stick all the way down the ice. That puck will go. Colton Piercy, number 1, the goaltender here today for the men of white and blue, the man to pick it up. He'll leave this to the assistant captain, Fairchild. Fairchild working his way up the neutral zone. Past Ryan Kiltz, looking to center it. No one's home, especially as Quentin Garnett was blocking all the passing lanes. Now to Valenti, along the blue line. Back to Fairchild. Fairchild looking for the shot. Now a pass to Fitzgerald, and you could hear the pad as he made the save. Now he'll cover it up, and he will keep this a 2-goal game. 13-14 to go in the second, 43 seconds left to go on Brokaw's penalty. Joey Moore and Ryan Lenahan, the 2 forwards on defenses, Benincasa and Kalergis. They started off the penalty kill. Now it looks as though they might end the penalty kill. Here's Fitzgerald trying to keep it in at the point. Joey Moore and Jonathan Kalergis just trying to kick it out. Just barely kept in, but Joey Moore the man to get there. Flip this up past the neutral zone and into the Gilmour zone. Good work there by Joey Moore. Fairchild has been out there all 2 minutes. He'll skate this outside of his zone. Maybe he'll take it into the past the neutral zone, and that he will. He'll leave it to Mason Heiss. Heiss back up to the blue line, to the point, to the opposite point. Number 20 with a shot in the glove. Save from Nico Daenerys. 7 seconds left to go on Brokaw's 2-minute minor. Now we'll get a defensive change. We're going to have Kalergis and Benincasa to the bench. We're going to have Garnett and Richard in now as defensemen. Lenahan and Moore still the forwards. This 1-1 back to Max Ritt. Ritt wraps it around the boards. Cole Richard, the first defenseman to get there. Brokaw will join the rush forward. Cole Richard taken down to the ice. No call on the play, but Ryan Lenahan picking it up to Joey Moore. Moore trying to center it over to Brokaw. He can't pick it up. Will escape to the neutral zone and back all the way down the ice to Shaker's zone. Brokaw tips this one up all the way out of play into the glove of Elliot Thome into the bench. He'll get a couple of cheers from the Red Raider side. And now we're going to have the face-off in the neutral zone at the very center of the neutral zone, that red line. Mayhew to take the face off to the left. It's the captain, Sammy Gerber, to the right. It's Will Brokaw trying to shot as he was taken down to the ice by Carson Bowden, but a good save that time by number 1, Colton Piercy. Moving this one around the boards. Who's going to win the race there? It's Cole Richard up against Max Ritt. Ritt plays the man, leaving it to Aiden Makito. Makito up against Brokaw. Brokaw will win the physical battle. 3-on-2 rush the other way. Mayhew was looking to leave that one to Gerber. It's out of his reach, but he will recover into the corner, wrapping it around to Connor Mayhew. A clearing attempt that would not work was Nico Rios. All the way back to the corner of the Red Raider zone. Cole Richard goes. He'll make the save with 11:28 to go in the second. 2-0 still your score. Neither team has scored so far in the second. The forward 3, Ian Hunter, Aiden Salmon, and Ryan Kiltz. That's the third line of forwards on defense. The second line, Benincasa and Kalergis. Out now. Ian Hunter tries to center this one back to Aiden Salmon. It will not work off the boards. Gilmour will clear. Benincasa under pressure. He's just going to try and dump this back in, held in to the neutral zone. And now does Gilmour have a rush? They might. Number 21 just trying his luck at a shot. Rebound chance. Second chance for number 21, and a good save by Nico Daenerys with a blocker. Shaker will clear it into the neutral zone. Down the ice to Gilmour territory. Up the ice to number 21. He can't pick it up cleanly. Up the ice. Benincasa sends a man down on the red line. Good stuff there, perhaps trying to build up some Shaker momentum. Here's Braden White flipping it in off the backhand. Behind the net of Colton Piercy, picking it up is going to be Aiden Salmon. Held up. Ryan Lenahan fighting for puck possession as well. 2 Raiders, 2 Lancers. Who wins it? It's going to be the Lancers, but kept in at the point. White tries his luck at a shot. It will not be on target. Salmon takes it back into the corner, wraps it around. Joey Moore up against number 21 to pick it up. Lenahan joins the play as well, but Gilmour's still going to take it out. Can they take it out of the zone? They cannot. Garnett keeps it in, but it'll hit off the stick of Ryan Lenahan and escape outside of the blue line. 10-10 left to go here in the second. White sends this one forward. Will this be an icing? It will not be. It is waved off. Arth, the freshman, wraps this one around. That second line of forwards back out as we see the freshman Arth and the two juniors of Joey Moore and Ryan Lenahan on defense. Cole Richard and Jonathan Kaler just currently out. Arth behind the net, working with Joey Moore to get it back in shaker possession and maybe get a setup. Kaler just wraps this one around. Arth not going to get there in time. Lenahan, can he get there in time? Yes, he can, but now a good stick lift will take it away from him. That's Colton Fairchild working it out of the zone and up the near side wing, dumping it in to Jonathan Kalergis. He tried to bat it down with a glove. Now a shot! And my goodness, that was close, but it will not find its target. Mason Heiss back into the corner, poked away from by the freshman Cole Richard. Taken down to the ice, no call. Into the slot, centering it is Valenti. Another centering pass as he had to go from one side of the boards to the other. He'll find Joey Moore, and Joey Moore only. Joey Moore clears the zone. We'll get the icing call, and Shaker gets some much-needed changes. A fresh set of 5 are going to be out. .908 left to go here in the second. Into the corner, it's Quentin Garnett wrapping it around the boards. Can he find Will Brokaw? No, he'll leave it to Sammy Gerber. He will win the race there into the corner, and it'll be right off his stick to number 20 to clear it. Quentin Garnett was there to keep it in, but it'll fly right past him. Under 9 minutes left to go in the second. Benincasa beats Nico Rios there into the corner. Rios, one of the two Shaker Heights players, one of the Shaker Heights hometown players that actually play for Gilmour Academy, left this Red Raider hockey program. There, a big hit from Quentin Garnett taking down Rios along the red line. Benincasa works this up to Brokaw. Brokaw can't play it off the boards. Can Gerber play it along the blue line? He cannot. Brokaw back with it. Up to Gerber. Gerber sent into the boards and off the puck. Max Ritt will pick it up. He'll go cross ice off the stick of Nico Rios. This should be an icing, and we'll get the whistle. 8:13 left to go here in the second. 2-0 is your score. Face off all the way back in the Shaker O zone after the Gilmour icing. Thank you very much for tuning in here from the Kent State University Ice Arena, home of the Golden Flashes hockey program. Your Red Raiders here in the district semifinal, currently winning 2-0 up against number 10 in the state, Gilmour Academy. There, a shot by Braden White from the point. Aiden Salmon to try and recover the puck possession back in the corner. There, a big hit from Ian Hunter behind the net, but Gilmour is already taking it out. Here's number 22, Cunnin. Bumped off the play by number 11, Braden White. There, a shot from number 21. Another shot from him. It's still loose. He'll take another, and it's blocked all 3 times. Just some unfortunate luck that time. Here's a good chance for Ryan Kiltz. He's got one man to beat, and it's number 14. He'll just take the shot. It'll hit the tip of the stick. Probably would have gone wide either way, but now we have reached the halfway point of the second period, and of course the game overall. Here's a shot from Benincasa. Rebound is given up. Ian Hunter will take it. Try to center it over to Colin Arth, and he can't pick it up. It'll escape into the corner. Can Gilmour clear it all the way down the ice? Yes, they will. 2-0 is your score still. And we'll see what the Red Raiders can do now. They will send out their forward line, number 1, and on defense it will be their line number 1 as well. Mayhew to take this face-off, winning it into the slot for Brokaw. Does he have a shot? He'll take it off the backhand. It'll go wide. He was being taken down to the ice as well as it was happening. Brokaw behind the net, under pressure by Colton Fairchild. Fairchild will get the better of him, taking it up the near side wing. He's poked away from Brokaw. Centering it over. He was looking at Gerber. He can't rip the shot. It goes from one side of the boards to the other boards. And Gilmour is able to get it back in their O-zone. Here a centering feed goes nowhere. It's Mayhew sending this up to Sammy Gerber with Garnett. Garnett tries a shot, he'll whiff on it, and now he's held up along the boards. Gilmour will take it back in their possession. Mason Heiss trying to work around the freshman defenseman. Cole Richard, nothing doing. Garnett takes it. He'll work his way in. He'll send it to Brokaw, cross ice. Brokaw works around one man. Can he work around another? He cannot just yet. Looking for the centering feed, and it'll hit off of his skate and enter into the corner. He was looking at Joey Moore that time around. Brokaw taken down to the ice in the corner. Fairchild tries to flip it up off the backhand. Cole Richard keeps it in with a swat of the glove. Cole Richard looking for a centering feed. He's got nothing. He'll take it from post to post. Still no shooting lane. To Joey Moore at the point. He'll take a shot, and my goodness, that was off target. And Gilmour dumps this one down the ice, or at least they try to. It's currently held up in the neutral zone. Connor Mayhew tries to dump it right back where it came from. Nothing doing. Gilmour takes it back. All the way down the ice this one goes. He was looking for a cross-ice feed that didn't connect. We will get the icing on Gilmour. But Gilmour is under fire right now. The captain, Sebastian Fitzgerald of Gilmour, up against Joey Moore for the faceoff. Moore wins this one back to Benincasa. He'll rip the shot. Rebound was given up initially, but he was able to cover it up for the whistle. Same faceoff matchup. Fitzgerald against Moore. Moore tied up off the faceoff, and it's going to be Gilmour taking it. Tried to wrap it around the boards. Lenahan, the big body, is there. The Lancers are going to pick it up. Can they clear it? No, a good poke by Benincasa keeps it in, but he can't send it into the corner. Here's a 2-on-1 rush if they hurry. Over to number 22. Coonan takes the shot, and it goes wide. Now to Lenahan. It's right between his skates. Gilmour takes it back, but as they dump it in, it'll go to the stick of Braden White. White dumps this one right into the bench of Gilmour Academy. .5:15 left to go here in the second period. Thank you very much for tuning in. Shaker winning the faceoffs this period, 8-5. Can they win another? It'll be Aiden Makito up against Ryan Lenahan. To the right side of Nico Daenerys. At first play is held off for just a minute. Now the referees will go ahead and give the green light off the faceoff. It's the freshman Arth working his way in, and a rough hit. Lowering the boom along that blue line was Colin Arth, and he's going to hop off right after that booming hit. Hopefully he is all right. Hopefully he'll return back in his next shift back to 100%. Here's Richard off the boards, and boom, Cole Richard taken down to the ice in his own zone, and now it looks like we'll have a penalty being assessed. Or excuse me, no penalty will be assessed. Excuse me. Very well could have been, but we will not get the call. Max Ritt was playing Cole Richard, taking him down into the corner. But yeah, Max Ritt remains out. Nico Rios now, Aiden Makito, and Max Ritt, they're all going to hop off. Instead, it's going to be that first line of forwards. Mason Heiss, Colton Fairchild, and George Valenti. Taking the face-off will be Fairchild. Winning this one back to the point is going to be Shaker. Good work by Quentin Garnett, keeping it inside the blue line, but now here's a good rush for Mason Heiss. He's all alone up against the freshman defenseman, and now he's bumped off the play. Mason Heiss forced to go into the corner. Not able to take any shot, not able to get a centering pass either. Colton Fairchild along the boards, trying to play the man is Will Brokaw. He'll make the physical play, get it in his own possession, taking it to the neutral zone. He'll pass this one forward as he's tripped up. He'll wrap it around the boards. The first man to get there, however, will be number 18 of the Gilmour Academy, Blake Baskin. Here's a delayed offsides. Shaker touches up in the neutral zone. Now they're back to it. Sammy Gerber keeps it inside of the blue line, trying to wrap it back around. There's a Lancer right in front of him, keeping it in Gilmour possession. And for the moment, play has held a little bit. After that big middle of the period chance for Shaker where they were just getting shot after shot, pass after pass in their offensive zone, it seems like play has really just held up for a moment. Here's Arth up the near side wing, poked away from. It's going to be Connor Mayhew picking it back up. Looking for a shot. He's got nothing open currently. Now he'll rip it, and that'll hit off of his own man, Colin Ark. Now that's shot by Kalair, just a good 5-hole save as Colton Piercy drops into the butterfly goalie position. Connor Mayhew takes this off the glass in his own possession as he snags this one out of the air. He's trying to get it over to his freshman, Arth, and he's just going to hop off the bench. So will Mayhew. And now here's Lenahan poking it away from number 22, Cunnan. Now 21 looking for the shot, and that hit off the glove, and it'll be sent wide. Under 3 minutes left to go here in the second. 2-0 is your score. Cole Richard holding it to Ryan Lenahan. Lenahan throws one man off of him, but number 14 going to get there first along that Red Raider blue line, dumping it further into the Shaker zone. Joey Moore trying to find Ryan Lenahan. He will not do so. Gilmour back with it. They'll dump it in. Once again, really struggling to maintain puck possession in that O zone. We'll see what they can do here. Max Ritt taking it up the near side wing, taking a shot. That was off target and wide to the left. Ian Hunter, this time up against one Gilmour Academy Lancer into the quarter, Aiden Makito. And now it's going to be one Red Raider up against two Lancers. The Lancers win it in a shot, and that's tipped wide by Ryan Lenahan. Good work by the forward stick that time. Here's Ian Hunter trying to poke it forward, not able to do so. Cole Richard will recover for his team. Taking it up, here's a good chance. Taking the shot, and there we go, the freshman defenseman with the goal. What a play from number 23 of your Red Raiders. That's not how you're supposed to do it, a freshman defenseman. But he saw the opportunity, he took it, and he gave the Red Raiders the 3-0 lead. A freshman defenseman. That is not a typical occurrence, folks. But you never know what you might get in high school hockey, and that's what you get that time. What a goal. And not just the shot, the coast-to-coast play there. A big hit up high on Andy Benincasa. Gilmour more than likely trying to get some of that momentum back after they are now down 3-0. And now they're a flood of bodies into the corner. It looks like it's Blake Baskin and two Raiders, Will Brocon, Connor Mayhew. Gilmour able to take this one and taking the shot. It looked like it was offsides, but Gilmour doesn't call it. Here looking for a post-to-post behind the net chance. And Nico Daenerys didn't have it covered up at all, but they blow this one dead anyway. Let's go, Shaker! And now a bit of physical contact after the whistle. The referees visiting all the players in front of the crease, telling them to maybe settle down a little bit. 1:27 left to go in the second. Shaker now up by 3 off of that beautiful Cole Richard one zone to the other snipe into the top left corner. That's what you always want to see from your freshmen. Already a first-line defenseman, you know he's going to stay there for more than likely all 4 of his years. 80 seconds left to go in the second frame of the sport. Here, Gilmour Academy into the slot. Bumped off the play, George Valenti. Cole Richard maybe looking to replicate the same play, but he's bumped off the play by Blake Baskin. So Gilmour is going to hold it behind the net of Colton Piercy. Looking for a pass all the way down the ice. That's not going to work out. Lenahan will keep it inside of the blue line. He's out there with Kiltz and Mayhew. On defense, it is that first line, Garnett and Richard. 50 seconds now left to go in the second. Around the boards we go. Can this clear it? Blake Baskin will keep it in, but that shot is blocked. Lenahan tried to take it from one zone to the other, but he'll lose it back to Blake Baskin, and that shot goes wide. 35 seconds left to go. This pass goes all the way down the ice. That should be an icing. We will get the hand raised, the whistle, and the icing call. Icing called on your Red Raiders. 32 seconds left to go in the second period. Not exactly what we were expecting. Especially in the second period, 3-2 being your score. Kalair just wraps this one around, finding Joey Moore. Moore sends it to Lenahan. It's right off his stick. Picking it up is going to be Mason Heiss. He'll send it back where it came from. Andy Benincasa, however, is going to win the race against Fitzgerald to try and move it forward. Nothing doing. That shot from the blue line, looking for the tip out in front, was once again Fitzgerald. Nothing doing. Shaker clears the zone. And we will once again get an icing. 9 seconds left to go in the second period. Shaker up by 3. What a game this has been for the Red Raiders. Connor Mayhew to take the draw up against Colton Fairchild. That face-off won by Fairchild. Mason Heiss with a shot and a kick save. Does number 14 have a chance? That shot blocked by Brokaw. Trying to dive, clearing the zone. Not able to. Gilmour keeps it in, but their shot won't get to the net in time. That takes us to the end of period number 2. And these Shaker fans just have a different kind of energy, as this is not what the score is supposed to be. But this is what the Red Raiders are having this score be. 3-0 is your score. We are entering into the second intermission of this good old district semifinal hockey game. If Shaker is able to hold on to this lead and win the game, they will take on US in the district finals in about 6 days. It'll be that Friday. But we've got an intermission. We'll see if Gilmour can muster up any sort of comeback in the third period. We'll see if Shaker can just hold on. So we'll see if they can play their rivals once again for a chance at maybe even going to Columbus for the Frozen Four state tournament. We'll see. But they've just got 15 more minutes to play until they get to those finals. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum with the call. We'll be back for the recap of the first 2 periods and, of course, the call of the third. Hello, Shaker Heights varsity hockey fans, and welcome to the third and final period of this district semifinal matchup. Your Red Raiders are entering into this third period up by 3. It has been all Raider momentum throughout the entire game. Of course, there have been moments where it's less momentum than others. Of course, Cole Richard going coast to coast, getting that second period goal with a snipe into the top left corner from a freshman defenseman. Not anything that you'll typically see in hockey. High school hockey offers anything that you want to see. And there you go. A great look from the freshman defenseman, getting the Red Raiders a 3-goal lead now. It's just about whether the Red Raiders can hold it. They are currently winning faceoff 18-12. They won that last period more than the other one. In the shots attempted department, Shaker's technically losing that by 1, 23-22. In shots on goal, however, Shaker's just been a bit more accurate. They have 19 shots on goal, Gilmour with only 16. In the sake of power play, Gilmour has had one opportunity they were not able to convert on Will Brokaw's tripping minor. We'll send you down to the ice level as we've got the third period coming your way. Thank you very much for joining us. My name is Vaughn Ullum here with the call from Kent State. The next 15 minutes dictate whether the Red Raiders can go and face off against the Preppers of University School. Up the ice we go, along the far side boards. Max Ritt looking for a centering feed to Nico Rios. It will not connect. Going with something that is not the first line of forward, surprisingly enough, to get us started. Here, the race for the puck. It's going to be number 14 of Gilmour up against Arth. The second forward line for the Red Raiders is out as well. Max Ritt able to clear it. Over to Cole Richard. Once again, he's got that defensive goal in that second period. Here, Lenahan flips this one up. It's up for grabs. Joey Moore beats Aiden Makito at first, but Aiden Makito pokes it away. Gets it back in Gilmour possession, wraps it around the boards, and we've got 14-10 left to go in the third period of play. Aiden Makito taking down Cole Richard into the corner. But can Gilmour recover and take a shot of their own? They cannot. This is flipped up, and Shaker looked as though they would have had a good opportunity, but now they're going to call a penalty. Looks like on Shaker Heights. It's going to be Connor Mayhew to the box for 2. They're going to call this a hooking, and surprisingly, Gilmour hasn't been called on anything. They've had their moments, but the referee sees what he sees. He calls what he calls. That's what we're seeing here. Colton Fairchild, the man to take the face-off for Gilmour Academy. He'll win it up against Will Brokaw. Brokaw and Gerber, the two forwards, out for Shaker. On defense, it's Benincasa and it's Kalergis. Up to the point we go. From point to point, it's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald in the centering slot to Heiss. Heiss can't take a shot. It's right off his stick past him. Now a shot by Valenti. That can't get through the traffic. Can Benincasa clear it? No. This time, Valenti looked for a shot once more. Fitzgerald whiffs on the one-time shot, and Gilmour will keep control over it. Fairchild looking for the shot, and I believe that just grazed the iron a little bit there. Wasn't exactly a high percentage shot, though. Fairchild back with it, into the corner. He's with Heiss as well. Under pressure by Benincasa, he'll get it back up to number 20 at the point, or excuse me, number 10, Valenti at the point. That a good save from Nico Daenerys. The wrap around the boards will hit off the back of the net. Luckily, Jonathan Kalergis is able to recover and dump it down the ice. Only a minute left to go on Connor Mayhew's hooking minor penalty. 13 minutes to go in the third period. 13 minutes separate the Red Raiders from what could be a district final contest against University School. Here's Colton Fairchild. Bumped off the play by Cole Richard, but he'll recover a good stick lift that time from Sammy Gerber. He's taken down to the ice without a call. Into the corner now, up to the point. Valenti to the opposite point. Number 20 back to Valenti. Valenti takes a shot and a good glove save. Once more, Nico Daenerys keeping this a 3-0 score. .35 seconds left to go in Connor Mayhew's hooking penalty. Lenahan is now out to take the face-off up against Aiden Makito. To Lenahan's left, it's Moore. To his right, it's going to be Cole Richard, the defenseman. And behind them both is Quentin Garnett. Keep in mind, still 5-on-4 power play time for the next 25 seconds of game clock. Joey Moore fighting to poke this one out up against Nico Rios. Rios says no thank you, wraps this one around the boards. Cole Richard, the first man to get there. He'll dump this one all the way down. 12-15 left to go in the third. Shaker up 3-0. Looking to keep it that way. They've only got 6 seconds left to kill on Mayhew's minor penalty. Here, working around Lenahan. He won't do so efficiently. Cole Richards swoops in as well, pokes it forward, but Gilmour recovers. Here's a good rush by Nico Rios up against number 17, Quentin Garnett. Good stick lift, gets it back in Garnett's possession. And he tries to clear it out. Now he'll do so again. Once again, it's tipped along the blue line, kept in. Here's a cross-ice feed. Max Ritt. Ritt once again wraps this one around, finding Aiden Makito. Keep in mind it's 5-on-5. This will clear the zone, and it's right off the stick of Aiden Makito. And this one is blown dead for a slashing on Nico Rios, the kid from Shaker that plays for Gilmour Academy. And this is why you don't leave the program. Shaker has the better of Gilmour 3-0. And now they are on the power play. What can they do here for the next 2 minutes? Brokaw up to the point. Garnett to Joey Moore to the opposite point. That shot, looking for the tip out in front, was Benincasa. He can't find it through. And Gilmour is able to pick it up in the corner and clear it down the ice. Joey Moore to pick it up in the corner. And now he'll work it behind the net of Nico Daenerys. Up to Sammy Gerber. Gerber holds off along the blue line. Now will he skate it up? Yes, he will. Up to Benincasa. Benincasa tips this one forward. Brokaw with hustle is going to get there first. Good work by number 13 of your Red Raiders. What is he going to try here? Up to Joey Moore at the point. He won't rip a shot. He'll send it to the opposite point. Garnett with a shot that found its way through, but you could hear the kick save from a mile away. Garnett to the opposite point. Joey Moore with a shot. Good block from Mason Heiss. Kept into the slot, but now taken over by Colton Fairchild, trying to clear the zone, and he will. To Joey Moore in the neutral zone. He'll leave it to Benincasa, 24-14. And now Brokaw works around two forwards, taking the shot, and that hit the iron, and it will stay out. Good shot there, just could not beat the post. You can always beat the goalie, but you can't beat the post. In the neutral zone, Cole Richard drops down to one knee to make sure that pass does not connect up to Colton Fairchild. Ryan Lenahan tries to play it. Joey Moore will be the one to end up getting it back for his Red Raider team. That's off the stick of Cole Richard, back to Ryan Lenahan as it's poked away. Joey Moore back with it. 30 seconds left to go of Gilmour penalty time. This is sent up the ice. That'll be an icing on Joey Moore and the Red Raiders. 10:03 left to go in the third and final period. 3-0 your score. Let's just say Shaker very well might finish this upset. But it will be a difficult contest as they move forward to take on University School. Of course, if they can finish this off, we'll see. But if Shaker wins this one, they'll be taking on number 2 in the state, University School. Really a favorite to win the state tournament in Columbus. We'll see just how those finals go right here at Kent State. Kept in that time by Connor Mayhew, now skated out by Makito. That pass goes nowhere up to Sebastian Fitzgerald. Ian Hunter will take it in the neutral zone. Gilmour has killed off the rest of their penalty. The forward, there's only 3 players out for Shaker currently. Now they'll get Sebastian Fitzgerald poked away from, but he'll stick with it. Number 19, taking the shot, and that ends up wide. Picking it up is going to be Juan. Juan bumped off the play. Garnett, the first man to hit it. He'll wrap it around the boards, finding Benincasa, the co-defenseman. He'll send it up, but it's back to Gilmour in the neutral zone. 9 minutes left to go in the third and final period. Benincasa takes it. Gilmour getting a couple changes, so Benincasa just going to try a rush himself. Bumped off the play. Lenahan's going to be up against number 14 here. Carson Bowden, one of the 2 Gilmour Academy second-team All-GLHL players. It was Carson Bowden and Colton Fairchild. Here's Lenahan working it up the near side wing. Bumped off the play initially, but now he'll recover. Centering feed, but it'll hit Paul Dean first in front of the crease of Colton Piercy. And it's back to Gilmour Academy. That centering feed, it tipped wide. Picking it up, Cole Richard to wrap it around the boards. He'll find Colton Fairchild of the opposite team. Fairchild to number 18 on the shot. Blake Baskin's shot a bit weak, it blocked as the defenseman dropped down to one knee. I believe that was the freshman Cole Richard. And that one sent up and into the netting behind the bench of the Red Raiders. It'll be out of play. The Red Raiders are going to get a face-off in their own zone. And now Lowell Rich going to get a couple minutes. First time we've seen him today. He's going to be out with Sebi Juan and Ryan Kiltz. On defense, it's going to be Ben Casa and Quentin Garnett. Winning this faceoff will be Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz leaving it to Garnett. Garnett doesn't play the puck. That centering feed goes nowhere except all the way up to the blue line for number 4, Lippold to take. Now that centering pass goes to Ben Casa. Ben Casa skating this one up. He'll go cross ice to Lowell Rich. Rich trying a stick lift up against Blake Baskin. Trying to play them in. He'll take Blake Baskin up against the boards, but still Mason Heiss swoops in, and he will move it forward into the neutral zone. Sebi Juan off the boards. It'll go to Colton Piercy, who plays it out of his crease. He'll dump this one into the corner for Blake Baskin to take. Lowell Rich takes it. What can Lowell Rich do with it? It's turned over to Aiden Makito, the other number 7 on the ice. Sebi Juan leaves it to Ryan Kiltz. Kiltz just dumps this one into the corner. He'll hop off for a change. Lowell Rich remains out as the rest of his team is getting a bit of a fresh shift here off the bench. Taken down to the ice in the neutral zone that time was Cole Richard. He will be back up and joining the play. He's out there with the defenseman, Jonathan Kalergis. Worked up the ice. Sammy Gerber flies in, getting there first. Off the backhand, he's looking at Connor Mayhew, just out of his reach, looking for the stick extension, but still, it won't save the rush. There, a shot from Sammy Gerber all the way from the red line of center ice. An easy save that time. It'll swoop into Paul Dean into the corner. Over to 21. 21 wraps it back to Paul Dean. Dean pokes it out and clears this one to Cunnin. Cunnin pokes this one to Kalergis. Off the boards, Kalergis tries to find Brokaw. Brokaw tried to move swiftly around Paul Dean, and though Brokaw was a first-team All-GLHL member, not able to make the play that time. 6.5 left to go in the third. This is sent down the ice to Connor Mayhew. Mayhew plays this off the boards, or at least he tries to. He's under pressure by the captain, Sebastian Fitzgerald. Centering this one over to 21. He tries a shot, but it's tipped. Not sure if he actually did get that shot off. Excuse me. Shaker pokes this one out all the way down the ice. It'll be an icing on your Red Raiders. 6 minutes, 8 seconds left to go in the third and final period. Shaker still up by 3. The typical second line of forwards back out. It's going to be Arth, it's going to be Joey Moore, and it's going to be Ryan Lenahan. On defense, the junior Ben Casa and the captain senior Quentin Garnett. That face-off won by the Red Raiders. They'll clear it once more around the boards. Icing is waved off, picked up this time by number 14, Carson Bowden. Off the boards, up to Valenti. Valenti leaves it to Baskin. Baskin up to Fairchild. This looks like some kind of coordinated play, and now Colton Fairchild works his way past Quentin Garnett, looking for a centering feed. No one is home. Quentin Garnett takes it off the netting behind Nico Daenerys. Now that shot will not find its way through the traffic. Mason Heiss recovers. Centers this one over. Colton Fairchild trying to sneak it through the pads. Nothing doing it. It's a rush the other way. The freshman, Arth, skating his way up. He's taken down to the ice. Joey Moore, the booming slap shot, but my goodness, that was not on target. 5:20 left to go in the third. 3-0 your score. Shaker has a good chance to seal this one and make their way to the district finals. The question is just, can they hold on, or does Gilmour have a very, very late comeback in the dying minutes of the period? Aiden Salmon can't play this off the glass well. Aiden Salmon is out with Lenahan and Joey Moore. Moore tries to tie up Colton Fairchild in the neutral zone, and eventually he is taken down to the ice, and they're going to call him on a penalty for that. My goodness. Colton Fairchild dumps this one in. Nico Rios, the first man to get there. Nico Rios centers this one, and he's not going to be able to take the shot. Shaker touches it up in the slot, and my goodness, they're going to call him on an interference, which he was playing the puck, which is rather surprising, but we will get the call. The referee saw what he saw, and he's going to send Lenahan into the box for 2. .443 left to go in the third and final period of action. Gilmour now going to take a time out as they have 2 minutes of a man advantage coming your way, and they need a big comeback starting right after this timeout. We're going to take a very brief break. Shaker up 3-0 with the victory here. They'll move on to the district finals. With a win there, they could go to states. We'll see what happens for now. 4:43 minutes of game clock coming your way. That's all that separates the Red Raiders from a district final matchup against US. We'll be right back. My name is Vaughn Ullum. And we are back. Sammy Gerber to take the face-off. Gilmour with 2 minutes of power play time. Ryan Lenahan was just called with an interference. He is in the box for 2. Here a shot from number 20. It's blocked at time by Quentin Garnett. He'll take a man down into the corner boards. No call. This is sent down the ice as Shaker gets control over it. 4.5 left to go in the game. Number 20 holds it behind the net of Colton Piercy, the starting goaltender here today for Gilmour Academy. This is left to Colton Fairchild, the assistant captain, moving it past his own blue line and eventually moving it past the Shaker blue line, but it's in Shaker possession. That'll hit off the ceiling. And so that is ruled out of play by high school hockey standards. And I'm sure by professional hockey standards as well, but that's just not exactly a typical thing that happens. Sammy Gerber and Will Brokaw, the 2 forwards, remain out on defense. Benincasa and Garnett remain out as well. Gerber wins this back to Garnett. Garnett wraps this one around the boards quickly to find Brokaw. Brokaw finishes the job by poking it out. The net is empty on one side of the ice, and why not? If this could be the final game for whichever team loses, so you're going to put all that you can on the line, try to get some sort of comeback, no matter the deficit. 3-0. Is your score. The Red Raiders lead it. Garnett off the glass. Can he clear it? He can. He cannot. Colton Fairchild keeps it in. And now it's with the captain, Sebastian Fitzgerald. He's looking for a shot. He's got nothing. He'll send it cross ice to Fairchild. Fairchild with the shot. And that is tipped wide. But they will recover, keep it in. Up to Valenti. Valenti tries his luck at a shot, and this one is whistled dead. I think that might have been a hand pass. Not exactly sure. But it's blown dead as that shot was just about to get off by George Valenti. Now Nico Rios showing a lot of signs of frustration. Gilmour really just needs to settle down if they want to make a 3-goal comeback. And even though the faceoff is in the neutral zone, they're going to keep Colton Piercy out of the net. They're going to keep 6 attackers on. Fairchild to take the draw. He's up against Will Brokaw. Fairchild winning it back to Gilmour Academy. Mason Heiss poking this one in, but Benincasa will clear it out immediately. Now Gerber to Brokaw. 37 seconds left to go, but that shot is in by Will Brokaw as he skates it inside of the blue line, and that will just about put the icing on the cake. 34 seconds left to go on Ryan Lenahan's penalty. 3 minutes 17 to go in the game. And it looks like your Red Raiders are going to be going to the district finals. And now, who are the Raiders going to send out? They only have 4 men out still. Gilmour Academy just had 6. Now they're going to send back out 5. They're going to keep Colton Piercy in the net this time around. Blake Baskin up to Makito. Makito sends this on net, and it's just going to be Nico Daenerys covering this one up. 3:08 left to go in the third and final period. So Shaker with the technical short-handed but empty net goal to just about top this one off. And so Shaker will be moving on to face University School in the district finals. Winner of that going down to Nationwide Arena in Columbus for the Frozen Four states. Here's Quentin Garnett working this off the backhand deep into the Gilmour zone. Colton Piercy leaves this one to be taken by Aiden Makito. Makito skates this one forward up along the blue line. From blue line to blue line. He'll work around the freshman defenseman Cole Richard, taking a shot, whiffed upon. Ian Hunter going to poke this one away from danger. Trying to get a shot off is Blake Baskin. That pass, however, from him is intercepted by Cole Richard. And a big hit from Cole Richard in the neutral zone that time around. Now that time a big hit by Sebastian Fitzgerald, and it looks like he's going to get called for a penalty as well. Nico Daenerys heading to the box. It's held up along the boards, and now Gilmour getting a little bit chippy. There, a hit on Ian Hunter from behind as well, so Gilmour just showing a bit of rage. And the referees needing to hold Gilmour players back a little bit. And now it looks like they're going to be sending two men into the box. So if there's one word to describe that play, it's not sportsmanlike. And now it looks like Shaker is going to take a time out of their own. Gilmour's got 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game, but they've got 2 minutes of 5-on-3 time. So we'll see what Shaker opts to do in the final minutes, but this one's just about over. We'll be right back. We're going to take a short break for this timeout. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum here with the call of the game. So, 2 minutes of 5-on-3 coming your way for Shaker Heights. They called Gilmour Academy on roughing. It was both Sebastian Fitzgerald and I believe number 14, Carson Bowden, excuse me. And we'll see. Maybe Shaker just wants to tack on one more. Quentin Garnett can't hold this within the blue line, so he'll just skate this one back into Red Raider territory, now moving it up. And Shaker won't exactly feel bad if they get another goal. I mean, this is their Great Lakes Hockey League rival. Here's Garnett into the corner. What will he do? He'll send this cross ice to Mayhew. Mayhew looking for a shooting lane. He doesn't have one open. He'll send it back to Garnett. Garnett at the point. Over to Brokaw. Brokaw with a chance. No, the lane closes up. Over to Mayhew. Mayhew rips a shot. And a good save that time. Colton Fairchild into the corner, trying to move around Sammy Gerber. Sammy Gerber says, no thanks, I'll take it myself. He'll drop this one back to Mayhew. Mayhew takes a shot. It's tipped by a stick in front. This will be tipped up and into the netting. Only 91 seconds left to go until your Red Raiders have clinched the district final matchup. Thank you very much for joining us here with the call. It has been an exciting game from Kent State. And it's looking good for your Red Raiders. What a way to get momentum. This is wrapped around the boards. Benencasa's the first man to get there at the point. Keeping it in. Shaker's still with 5-on-3 for the next minute 05. Benencasa rips a shot. Good kick save from Colton Piercy. Lenahan back with it in the corner. Looking for a shot of his own. Can Arth get a secondary chance? He'll rip a shot in a second. Taking off the puck, but he'll recover behind the net. 50 seconds left to go. Another centering feed to Arth. He'll take a shot and a good save by Piercy. Won't exactly change the outcome. Gilmour dumps this one down. The first man to get there will be the big man, Benincasa. Benincasa leaves this one to the assistant captain, Kalergis. Kalergis back to Benincasa. Benincasa up to Joey Moore. Moore will skate this one from one blue line to the other. Will he rip a shot? Not just yet. He'll skate this one outside of the zone, and perhaps Shaker just wants to kill the rest of this off. Cole Richard back into the Red Raider zone. 20 seconds left to go. A 5-on-3. Garnett now just going to hold it behind the net of Nico Daenerys. Up to Arth. Arth to Ian Hunter. It's off his stick. Low Rich is going to be the first man to get there. Still 5-on-3. Ian Hunter up to Rich. It's out of his reach. Cole Richard will get there at the point. And now he's just going to skate this one out and up into the corner of the Gilmour zone. Shaker just playing some keep away. We're back to 5-on-5. Only 10 seconds left to go. Aiden Makito looking for a shot. He'll take it. A good glove save by Nico Daenerys. And they won't blow the whistle. That'll just take us to the end of this one. Huge victory for Shaker Heights. 4-0 is your final. And they will move on to the district finals of the Kent District. What a huge upset. Can they get one more and maybe go down to Columbus? That's the question. So, both teams lining up for the handshakes. Though the game ended with some poor sportsmanship from both Bowden and Fitzgerald, they were able to come out and still have these handshakes. Gilmour will be eliminated. Their season is over, and they didn't exactly play their best game of the season against the Red Raiders. They lost face-offs 24-21. They lost shots on goal 26-20. They only one-shot attempt 33-32, but just that doesn't matter if you're not going to hit the target as much. Both teams got 3 penalties. Neither team could capitalize on power plays. And so Gilmour not able to get a single goal. Nico Daenerys able to get the shutout victory. He's made some phenomenal saves all throughout the tournament. He got that incredible save up against Menor last game, and today he will get a shutout. Not many shutouts in high school hockey. Today he will get one, and that will give him some momentum as they head in to the greatest rival in Northeast Ohio high school hockey, Shaker Heights against University School. We will be back here in 6 days at the Kent State University Ice Arena. University School versus Shaker Heights, the GLHL rivalry. We haven't seen it since January. We'll see you then. My name is Vaughn Ullum with the call from Kent State. We will be back on March 1st. Thanks for tuning in.